Next up is Neil, who's the drummer in Intense. So when did you join the band, Neil?
I can't remember. There's been at least 2 different instances when I've been in the band. Initially I joined just to help out on a few gigs. I was a friend of a friend who got referred to, and I helped him out. I think it was about 3 or 4 dates on a like a mini UK tour, and after that I was finished helping out, so I went back to doing my other stuff, other bands, and Intense continued with, I think there was 1 or 2 or maybe 3 of the drummers I had in the meantime, and everybody stayed in the band for a few months at a time, and then all fell apart and didn't work in one way or another, and I got a call, I think it must have been about 2 years after I'd originally finished helping out, and saying, "Oh, would you mind doing it again?" Oh yeah, fair enough. So went back and helped out again, and I'm still helping out as far as I'm aware. That's about.
Not an official member?
No, well, on the website I believe it says I'm an official member, but as far as I'm aware I'm still helping out. So yeah, but that was 25, 30 years ago, I think.
Right, so you look good for your age then?
Yeah, I'm keeping well, thanks.
Right, and we've got a relatively big kit behind you, so what gear do you use?
Oh, relatively big kit. It's a gigantically enormous kit. I'm using Pearl drums at the moment until somebody gives me another kit for free. Cymbals, Zildjians, Sabians, anything that makes a nice noise when you hit it. Sticks, obviously, are very important. Use those quite a bit. Seat to sit on, that's important. Use that a bit. Cases to put them in when you finish banging them. Obviously, that's important. I also have a van to carry them around in. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, pedals. I use drum motion pedals, or Tama pedals, depending on setups and various other things. So, but yeah, obviously, kit is very important. It's not what we can do with it, it's how it looks, basically. If it looks great on stage, then we're happy. We don't want to destroy the illusion before I start actually playing it.
Absolutely. So, and what are your influences?
Influences, what in musical terms,
yes.
Presumably. It runs the gamut, really. I've got classical music in my collection, runs all the way through to cheesy pop, going through to real heavy metal, and it covers ages as well. It's kind of like early classic rock, you know, your Led Zeppelin kind of thing, like a lot of that. Early Iron Maiden, going all the way through to a lot of the mod stuff that I like. So yeah, it covers a pretty wide range really, and you dip into that when you're kind of like coming up with parts for Intense songs and things like that. But yeah, it all has an effect.
Excellent. And any favourite songs off the first album, Second Sight?
Favourite songs off Second Sight? Well, War of Angels, obviously, which I believe was uniquely described as 4 minutes of fuck at one point, which I think is a great way of describing it. Personal favourites, I'd probably go for Collision of Destinies if I had to pick one, I suppose. I really like that song, it kicks on nicely. I also like the ones that we don't play live because they're very easy and you can't get them wrong. But yeah, if I was going to pick one, it would be Collision of Destiny.
Right, and As Our Army Grows is your second album that came out in April, and so
yes.
What's your favourite song from that one?
It's tricky to pick a favourite one off that really. I haven't actually whittled any down because I'm not completely bored of some of them yet or anything like that, so they're all still really fresh and fun. I like the trilogy, Chronicles of New Flesh. I think that's different. It's got a little bit of a twist in it, and I think if I was going to pick one, it'd be that collection of songs really. Hedging your bets obviously because that means you've got 3 rather than 1, but if you collectively group it together, it's one song.
And so which is your favourite song to play live?
Oh right, I thought I was answering that question already actually. So right, if I've got to play one live rather than just listen to it.
Yes.
It's still the same really, because it all influences itself. Basically, if you enjoy playing them live, you enjoy listening to them, and they all collectively come together as one. So I'd probably pick The Chronicles as my favourite song to play live. Yeah.
Okay, and what about your favourite gig to play?
Favourite gig? That'll be the O2 Arena that's coming up really. That'll be, I'm guessing with the size of the stage, it'll be fantastic. Big PA system, I'm really looking forward to that one. Or are you talking about gigs we actually played?
Actually ones that you've played, yes.
Right.
Real gigs.
Real gigs I've played and that aren't in my imagination. Yeah. Yeah. The big ones are always good. I mean, we did Bloodstock, we did 13th Day Festival, and just having a lot of stage space is a really good thing for us to have, and that made those quite special. But I don't necessarily think that they're my favourite gigs. I think some of the ones in Europe we've done have been better, just because little smaller venues got more people in them and they're more packed and the atmosphere's generally better, and you tend to get that over in Europe a lot more than you do in the UK. I mean, a couple of ones we did in Germany. There's a windmill in the middle of nowhere in Germany, and the people that go there are just nuts for it. So basically, you can get on stage and do your sound check, and they're all going, "Yeah, that's fantastic!" And that kind of experience is really good. So I think I'd pick one of those as possibly, just edging it even over the bigger gigs that we've done.
Excellent. Have there been any strange gigs? Anything that you class as the strangest gig you've played?
Any number where there were more people in the band than the crowd, which there have been a few of those. Well, the one we did a gig in Bolton, which was, the room was basically, it was a huge big rectangle with a flat wall at the end of the stage. So basically all the sound just went off the stage, hit the wall at the back and came back about half a second later, and we couldn't hear anything. It was like playing with an echo effect coming through the monitor, so all you could hear was noise and this horrible reverb sound, so we couldn't actually hear each other what we were doing. And needless to say, that went really well from a performance point of view, so that was pretty odd. Just the whole setup of that place was bizarre, and the changing rooms also were kind of kept at a refrigerated temperature of about -12, which also added to the whole ensemble of the gig. Really, it was very, very bizarre. That place is probably off the venue list, I thought. I hope, please. Yes, it is. It better be off the venue list. But yeah, there you go.
Okay, well that's great. Thanks for your time, Neil.
That's a pleasure. And cases to put it in after you've finished banging them over the board.